Hello guys, I hope that you are doing great. Today we are going to see how to build your mathematical model in your fx-9860GIII calculator. So first of all, let's recall the data that we had at the very beginning. This data is the sample problem of the color measurements. And let's remember that the independent variable is concentration number 2, that is the one that we are changing. And we will take again red intensity as the dependent variable. So once we have recognized the information, let's see in which menu we are going to work. We are going to work with the statistics menu, that is the menu number 2. So we will click number 2, menu number 2. And now here it is a matter of just typing the information that we have for the independent variable. So we already have that in screen, so it will be just a matter of typing that down. So we will put 0.0007 and we will press execute. After that 0.0014, press execute. 0.0028, press execute. 0.007, press execute. That is 0.0098, execute. And 0.014 and execute. Now we already have the values for the independent variable, and now we are setting that in list number 1. So that's important. Remember in which list you are entering the independent variable. Now let's go to list number 2, and we will set up list number 2 to be the dependent variable. And for that purpose, let's take the values for the independent variable, that is the red intensity dependent variable. So we have 169 there. So we have 179 there. Execute. 184, execute. 163, execute. 91, execute. 61, execute. 47, execute. Now, very important, guys. It is important that you validate that each value of the independent variable is with its corresponding value of the dependent variable. That means the order pair. That is 0.0007 with 179, 0.0014 with 184, 0.0028 with 163, and so on. Alright, now that we have already done this, it will be important that we graph this information. So if you see in the bottom part of your screen, you will have some options. We will choose the option graph. For that we will press F1, and they will let us choose from 3 different graphs to check. Alright, and first of all, let's go to settings, and here we will select the type of graph that we want. Right now we are interested in a scatter graph, so everything's right. So if for any chance you didn't have the scatter graph here, please choose it. And now we will set up which list we are taking the independent variable from. In this case, that is xlist. Xlist stands for the independent variable. So we're indicating that the list number 1 is the one that is being taken into account for the independent variable, while the y list is list number 2, and that indicates the dependent variable. For now, it will be enough just to leave frequency in a value of 1 and the mark type with the default one. So, being said that, we can continue. After we do that, we can exit right away and we can go to graph 1. And here we have our setup points right away. Now, to develop the model, check this out. We will press calc. That is for calculations. We will press F1 for that purpose. And here we have some options where to choose from for developing the regression model. We have the linear model, and we have the quadratic model, cubic model, and we even, if we press on the arrow here, that is F6, we even have a polynomial of 4th order. Furthermore, we can get logarithmic, exponential, and so on. For now, let's go to the 4th power polynomial. We will choose that one. And here, guys, these are the coefficients corresponding to our 4th degree polynomial. So how do we interpret this? let's take into account these variables. So having this here, this corresponds to having, for example, a times x to the fourth power plus b times to the third power, and so on. All right, so we have c times x squared, we will have d plus d times x, right, and we will have plus a constant e. All right, that if you compare these numbers to the ones that you got for the same example in GeoGebra, they must be the same. All right, so for now, next step here, we will copy the values of the coefficients. So we will press F5 to copy them, and here how to paste them. We will paste them in Y1. You could paste it in any one of them, but right now, well, let's use Y1. Let's press Shift, and you will see 9 that has a legend paste. Let's paste that 9 and execute. Right, now that you have done that, let's go back to menu, and we will go to the menu number 5, that is graph, right here. Right, menu number 5, and if you notice, the equation is already there. So now that you have the equation there, it will be just a matter of selecting the equation. So we will highlight with Y1 and press F1 to select it. As you can see, the equal sign will be highlighted, and with that we will press F6, and the graph will be drawn automatically. All right, you can displace between the graph and so on. All right, if you wanted to change the way that you are checking the screen, you can always click on window. So right here we can change the way that we look at the graph. So for example, I can assign a maximum value or a minimum value of minus 0.01, and we can say all right, and the maximum value will be 0.017. That seems to be okay. And all right, let's here. Okay. And we can change the older values. We can say in Y I want perhaps minus 20, for example. The max seems to be okay. Execute. Maximum value will say 300, for example. Execute. And now that we have that, we can exit and draw again, and this will be showing us exactly the window that we're interested in. I hope that this video is helpful. Let me know your thoughts. Have a great day.